Have you ever had a moment like this? You're in a meeting. Someone says something. You don't completely miss it. You catch a few words, but the pieces don't connect. You know you didn't really get it, but you don't say anything. You nod. You say, yeah. And you quietly hope the conversation moves on, because you tried asking before. You said, "Can you repeat that?" They repeated it, and you still didn't fully understand. Then the room went quiet. They were waiting. Your mind went blank. And you just said, "Okay." Then silence. Today, I want to talk about that silence and what to do instead. At first, you think it only happens sometimes. Maybe you were tired. Maybe the audio was bad. Next time will be easier. But next time is the same, because the real problem never changed. You are not stuck at not understanding. You are stuck at something different. You don't know what to do after you don't understand. So slowly, you build a habit. If you can follow, you stay in. If you can't, you nod. You smile a little. You say right or got it. Small reactions. They help you look like you're still in the conversation. But inside, you already know. You have already started to disappear. The conversation keeps moving. Everyone keeps talking. And your attention slowly moves somewhere else. Not toward understanding, toward hiding. That feeling is exhausting. In the end, many English learners don't feel like, "I joined a conversation today." They feel like, "I survived a conversation today." Those are very different feelings. A lot of people think this is a listening problem, so they study more vocabulary, more listening practice, and those things do help. But they don't fix the real moment. Because most of the time, the real problem is not, "I didn't hear the sentence." The real problem is, "I don't know what to do after I miss it." Those are completely different problems. Think about your own language for a second. Imagine you're in a noisy restaurant. Someone says something. You only catch half of it. You probably don't freeze. You say something like, "Wait, did you say Friday?" Or, "You mean the new project?" You throw the small piece you understood back into the conversation. The other person corrects you or confirms it, and the conversation keeps going. You never think, "I failed." Because in your own language, you already know something important. Conversations don't need perfect understanding. Most conversations move forward through small moments of checking. So today, I'm not going to give you a better phrase. I want to give you a different action. Next time you don't fully catch something, try this. Instead of only saying, "Can you repeat that?" say, "Let me make sure I got that right." Then say the part you did understand. Even if it's only half, even if it's just 1 or 2 words. Here's what that looks like. You're in a meeting. Your co-worker is talking about a project. You only catch deadline and Thursday. You say, "Let me make sure I got that right. The deadline is Thursday." Your coworker says, Actually, Wednesday. And keeps talking. The meeting doesn't stop. Nobody stares at you. The conversation just keeps going. And for the first time, you notice something. Not fully understanding didn't remove you from the conversation. You stayed in. Or maybe you run into a foreign coworker in the hallway. They speak fast. You only catch something about next week. You say, "Let me make sure I got that right. There's something happening next week?" They reply, "Yeah, team lunch on Friday." Suddenly the conversation is clear. Not because you understood everything, because you used the part you did understand. A lot of people think fluent speakers never get confused. But that's not true. Fluent people also miss words. They also mishear things. They also ask questions mid-conversation. The difference is not that they understand everything. The difference is simpler. They don't remove themselves from the conversation. The moment things get unclear, they assume they are still allowed to be there. So today, keep it simple. Think of one real situation you had recently. Someone speaks. You miss part of it. And this time, instead of disappearing, you say, "Let me make sure I got that right." Say it. Let me make sure I got that right. One more time. Let me make sure I got that right. Then say the small part you understood. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be complete. Because real fluency doesn't usually begin when you suddenly understand everything. It begins when you stop thinking. That confusion means you have to leave. Have you ever stayed quiet in a conversation because you didn't know what to do after you missed something? Tell me in the comments. See you tomorrow.